press record here. Get started. Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming here today to this AI and Transnational EP talk workshop. We're really happy to have Mitchell Bradford Jr. here. So he is an EAP lecturer and teacher trainer working at the University of Waikato Joint School at Hangzhou City University. And he is also doing his PhD at St. Andrews University, which focuses on teacher and student challenges at Sino-foreign universities. We're really interested in his talk today, and I will hand it over to him. We'll keep an eye on the chat for any questions during his talk.
Cool. Thanks so much, Sam. Hey, you guys. Sam did a pretty good introduction, but I guess I'll do a little bit more. But anyway, so yeah, we're talking about AI and transnational EAP today. Is it over reliant, over trusted, misused? Question mark. So that's one for good thing. We're going to consider that. So yeah, my name is Mitchell. I am from New Annenberg, Arkansas. So I'm from the south of the U.S. I grew up on a farm, very country, far away from AI back in those days, huh? But yeah, so yeah, as Sam said, I'm the EAP course leader at the University of Waikato's Joint Institute that we have here at Hangzhou City University. So I'm currently in China. I am also a English language specialist with the U.S. Department of State's Regional English Language Office, based in Beijing. So I'm working for the one that's based in Beijing at the embassy here. I help out with stuff there, with teacher training stuff. So that's really cool. I'm doing my DProf, so a professional doctorate, pretty much in TESOL. Here's my email if anybody wants that. I'll share other stuff like that later towards the end. But cool. All right. So a little bit about the research and how I got into this and some background with this kind of thing, how it came up. So the last year in the spring, I did a study of and I was able to get 109 teachers, 109 EAP teachers, and 529 students who are all, EAP students, EAP teachers from 28 transnational universities in China, 28 different kind of universities in China that have some kind of Sino-foreign, which is transnational cooperation going on. Here's how the flow went if you're into the graphic of how I did my research and everything. So we'll start out with those surveys with those 100 plus teachers, those 500 plus students from those different universities. Then I got into interviews. So I interviewed 10 teachers and 10 students. What I looked into were what were the challenges of the teachers and the students. Yeah, and then that's going to get published pretty soon in this here book, edited by Gareth Morris and Jing Ting, who are both at Nottingham Ningbo. So I'm going to get 2 chapters out of that study. So challenges the students, challenges the teachers. But then this leads into AI because AI was one of the things that popped up as like a concern for the teachers and something that students aren't totally sure about and may use it incorrectly. So that kind of led me to develop this workshop to help out teachers and then also students because I also do it with students. So here's the outline of what we're going to be doing today. We're going to look at why students might use AI. Why do they use it? Okay. Then we're going to think about ways to help them use it correctly. And then also what is correct use of AI? A little bit of that. And then the final thing is we're just going to look at some useful kind of websites and tools for teachers as well as some for students. So some things that you can share with your students. I share some of these with my students. That's pretty much our main 3 things. All right. Now, firstly, we're going to use the chat box because we still got people coming in and it's going to get a little bit messy. We tried to break out rooms. But in the chat box, why do you guys think students might use AI? Really quick, let's do maybe at most maybe a minute, real quick in the chat box. Why do you guys think students might use AI in the chat box? Why would a student use AI? Lack of confidence, their peers do it, peer pressure. Jesus goes to proofreading, try essays for them, take shortcuts, boost confidence. It's quick. Assessments are hard. Yeah, it's quick and easy. Yes, it is. saves them trouble, gives better explanations, all kinds of stuff. Don't have to think, makes life easier, all kinds of stuff like that, huh? Research aid, summarizing, all kinds of stuff. So we see a good mix. Oh, thank you, Stella, who said that they like my PPT design. Sorry, I wasn't able to look at the comment while I'm doing this, actually. Okay, great. So we have lots of different things. And I do see some people saying, maybe students are lazy and stuff. What we're going to do now is um, y'all scan this QR code. I will put a link in the chat as well if you want to do it that way. But this will take you to a thing that has quotes from students from that study that I did. All right. I'll leave the QR code up for a bit. But yeah, so this is quotes from students from that study I did in the spring about their challenges and how they handle their challenges. And then I want you guys to comment on the quotes a little bit. What do you think it means? Why do they do this? Do your students like this? Just leave a comment. What do you think about it? All right. Now, let's check out what the Padlet looks like, which should be this one. Is that working?
Mhm.
Beautiful. Thank you. I don't see anything yet. Okay, cool. So we have somebody wondering what's the student mean by improve, right? Yeah. Building their confidence, using ChatGPT to help them with writing. Oh, yes, we see a couple of students talking about the teachers maybe don't help them enough. Whimsical grasshopper. I love these little names that Padlet gives us. You know, how does it help you read? A lot of times, students maybe, instead of trying to figure out what word means from context, especially in where I am in China, they will want to just translate. So it takes them a while to try to translate stuff. Yeah. See somebody talking about translating. Somebody's talking about this one student trying to use Quillbot. Quillbot's not very reliable for paraphrasing. Yeah. So all kinds of stuff going on. Some students don't want to read in English. A lot of universities try to go paperless, and so students, so all their reading material is digital, and students sometimes will just go straight into translation. That can lead to a problem, huh? Right. Now, one thing we noticed, we had a couple of students talking about, I want the teacher to help me more, but the teacher doesn't help me.
Oh, can we go back to the Padlet then?
I have it open, and would be able to share my screen in the
Yeah,
meantime.
yeah, why not? That's
Yeah.
a good idea. Yeah.
I'm about to share my screen actually. Sorry, it's there.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. You do it.
So there's the screen. Does anybody, while we wait for Mitchell, does anybody want to make a comment then? Anybody want to talk? We've got lots of people coming in. There's even more people coming. For people coming in, oh, Usha has raised her hand. Usha,
Um,
do you want to?
yeah,
Sure.
yes, I have a question about so when the students mentioned that the teachers don't give them help, are they referring to their module lecturers, like for example, their business lecturers or whatever specialization they're doing, or is it the EAP lecturers are not, EAP teachers are not giving them help?
Mm.
And they are saying, because in my case at least I feel that we are supporting them, and I don't think we would be saying Google it or thing, because we are there to support them and understand the coursework question and enable them. We are enablers. I see all of us as enablers and empowering, and yeah, so that's my take on it. I just wanted to ask this question. Could you clarify it for me, please? Thank you.
I imagine that we might get clarification from Mitchell, or he might not know what the students were saying if these are comments from the students. So I suppose part of it might be extrapolating what they what they're saying,
Yeah.
but not knowing.
I think
Yeah.
also it's a question of numbers, isn't it? Because in our TNE, the teachers have like at least 40 students, if not 80 sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult to give in-depth feedback to everybody at the amount that they want.
Mm-hmm.
We and also one of our learning outcomes is to make them more independent. So I guess that's what people might be trying to do. They might be trying to push them off, but it might also they haven't got time and they want them to be autonomous.
We've got
Is there
another person with their hand raised, Sam. If
Ariel
you take
has.
that, yeah.
Hello, I'm coming from a EAP sort of pre-sessional aspect of it rather than abroad and in a transnational sort of situation. But I think like one of the comments I made was like it's to do with expectations. Student expectations of what they are expected to do and how much effort they're supposed to put in and what support we'll give them or whether we're going to direct them to do the work themselves to make them more independent and things like that. And I think that's one thing I've not struggled with, but I've seen students struggle with in the classroom when they come, classroom, lecture, whatever you want to call it, when they come over here and do the pre-sessional things. A lot of them do want that quick fix and aren't used to, from their mouths, not mine, aren't used to being having to do that, put in the legwork themselves quite so much.
We still don't seem to have Mitchell come back.
Yes, he still seems to be trying to get back in. He is joining the meeting. I have a picture of the little loading symbol.
Right. So
So
I'm
he is trying to
and
get
there's
back
more
in.
people coming in. So we've got plenty of opportunities if people want to chip in with more comments while we're waiting. 'Cause
Imogen says we want them to be autonomous, but we don't spend enough time looking at AI tools with them so that they can make strategic choices. That's an interesting point.
Can I ask a question? Sorry, my name is Natalia. I can't change my handle here. I don't know why. So I'm trying to understand, was this research based in China? Because the references are to ChatGPT and Google, or it was based where
That's a
actually?
good
I
point.
think
Yeah.
it's in China.
In China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at partnership universities. So TNE universities in China. So maybe that's an explanation for some of the search tools being used.